Good evening, everyone. How are you today? Good? Nice. We saw some interesting startups too, and very good technology plus concept. My name is Nikhil Sharma. I'm a co-founder of Elymentz. We have been there here into the market since 2015, June. We are around 45,000 users across 192 countries. And of course, we are available in app stores, Google and Apple. Well, Elymentz is B2B and B2C mobile application. Well, what does it do? It's multiple features, functionality. Well, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Doodle. Mr. Doodle is among us, like me, like some of you. And what he likes he likes to travel. He's a good manager. He works in an international company, and he takes care of his subordinates and team, which are scattered around to the world, from Japan to Colombia, from India to Russia. So what the problems Mr. Doodle face? The first one is the language. As he likes to travel, he likes to meet new friends, new people. Also, when he travels to the different part of the world, he likes to work with the people there. So first problem is the language. He is skilled, he is knowledgeable, but sometimes, everyone cannot understand or cannot know all the languages. So one of them is language problem. He gets stuck with the language. He wants to get a girlfriend, but cannot, sometime. Second, it comes with the conference calling problem, in the sense that most of us also, we would have been having a problem that we are hopping in between meetings or missing out the conference ID or conference number, and we are getting late, we are driving, etc. And because of that, we lose to get into the conference calls, and then we lose the information. Finally, we make a wrong decision. Same like Mr. Doodle. He makes all the time wrong decisions because of the lack of information, not getting into the calling conference. The third problem is the call support. As he's a manager, he goes around to the world, meet to the different people, and also cater to the clients. So his objective is to cater to the clients, solve their problems, and also help the rest of the teammates, giving them information what exactly they need so that they can get on to the work. But he's not there into the office most of the time. He's traveling. Or his subordinates cannot take the call of the clients which it comes. So he has a problem with the phone support as well. And the last is everyone has maybe would have got experience with it that if you want to call abroad, you have to take a Movistar or Leica or any other network and then give a call. Very expensive, isn't it? If you get an opportunity to call with a VoIP without any internet, how would that sound? Mr. Doodle also found the same thing. He wants to low cost his pocket and also to help the company with his finances. So these are the problems Mr. Doodle found out. And he was looking for an answers for it. So what had happened? He found Elymentz. He downloaded from app stores, and he found Elymentz. What did Elymentz do? Sort out all the problems in one shot with one solution. Now, I'm going to explain to you what exactly the language problem he was facing. So, well, by the way, Victoria is a partner, and she was the one there for Elymentz. So in the sense that if a doodle wants to chat with somebody who doesn't speak your language, he says, hello, how are you, Victoria? Victoria says, mi bien, hola, ¿cómo estás, etc., And then automatically it hits in your chat box, translated version of what Mr. Doodle language was. So he doesn't have to get out from the chat room, go to translate.google.com, type it everything, retranslate it, come back again and paste it. Helps Mr. Doodle to take instant decision with the information what he's getting from his Japanese customer or from Chinese counterparts. So it helped him to take a faster decision so that the productivity went up. And also it helped Victoria and Nikhil to talk to each other into different language and understood. Also gave an opportunity for me to learn a new language. You better understand and learn the language with your friends rather than sitting after 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock a new class, So that was another one. The second problem what Elymentz sought out for Mr. Doodle, or for the rest of us as well, was conference calling. Most of us, we are into the business, banking, IT, etc. So usually we have this conference issues of getting into, or we are taking shower, or we running late because we got stuck into traffic. And then we forget the conference ID to get into. Elymentz channelized. What it did was it created an algorithm, and also from a server support, that an organizer can import 20 people, no matter Elymentz or non-Elymentz user, and then put a reminder in it and leave it. So a person who has there into a conference call, he doesn't have to dial the conference ID, doesn't have to dial the number, and automatically picks the call whenever the call arrives. The advantage of that there is a reminder service which comes 1 hour before by the organizer, automatically initiated with a subject, participant, and also what is going to talk about. So if you're driving, you know before 1 hour that the call is going to come. Or if you're there into the different meeting, you can hop out and then get into the conference call. That is the solution for it. Now comes the problem with the two last, what Mr. Doodle was facing, is the call forwarding, in the sense that he wants to low cost his budget without using internet and use the VoIP service. And also, Elymentz like us, we are a small company, so we cannot afford to put infrastructure and also people in 192 countries where our customers are to sort out their problems if they call. They would have to call directly to Belgium, so that they have to shed out international call. So what we did was we created virtual numbers, in the sense that people like us, we have Colombian number, and then Argentinian number, United States number, and forward those calls to us in Belgium here, where we have a support staff who takes care of the problem solving. So for the client over there, they're calling their local number, and usually local number to local number is free, and then we are sorting their problem out here. Second, say if you don't have internet, you're there into the train, and you want to call to your mom or to your colleague who's sitting down in Australia. So you can buy this number, forward that call to your mother or to Australian counterparts, and you don't have to use internet. Just dial the local Belgian number to Belgian number, and after that, automatically the call gets forwarded through our server to Australia or to your mother. Now comes what the business model, what we have. It's a package application available, what I said, in Google and also in iOS app stores. What we do, how we make money, is 60% is a margin what we have for our services provided for each VoIP calls made, DID, or the virtual numbers been purchased, or SMS. We are coming into the platform of laptops and a desktop, so that we are bringing up the subscription model, so that we have another revenue streams for it as well. Another point, apart from this credit, we have a business model of free and paid referral models as well. In the sense, if you want to grow, help us to grow as well. You can invite anyone, and you get free credit to make a VoIP calls or SMS, or you can purchase a number. Free, you can have a lot of other functionalities like free. You have a group call for 100 people, you can make a call directly. You can do a chatting, you can do multiple chatting, and you can use the geolocation services for free. Now comes the market. We are B2B and B2C model kind of a business, what we are looking for or working for. But if you see Statistica, and Statistica says 2.56 billion smartphone users going to be there in 2018, in the sense that we are targeting to the whole of the user base there. Apart from that, so we have a good source of growing faster and progressively. Now, what are the competition what we are looking for? We are not looking for WhatsApp, Viber, etc. like that, but we are looking for Skype, Slack, HipChat. The reason why, because we cater ourselves as a B2C, if the general public wants to use it, or otherwise into the business, like small, mid-sized company, wants to do a chat between the team, wants to share the documents, wants to share the music, wants to do a private chatting, we do that. Skype is a major competitor for us for VoIP services, where we are the cheapest. The reason why, we do not have a connection fees. Skype has 0.6 cents per connection fees. And then Slack and HipChat are the team chat engines, which we also have the same thing. But added to that, we have VoIP service, virtual numbers, etc. This is a team. We are a combination of a well-experienced, educated, and also multinational people, where we are from Vlerick Business School, we are from Ghent University, PhD, we are from Illinois, United States, master's people, and also a bunch of good resources that we are working on. Now, the current status of it is that, as I told you, that we are already around 48,000 users across 192 countries. We have transmitted 20,000 paid calls till now, 30,000 free calls till now, and 10 virtual numbers we have given. What we are looking for today is $500,000 for our pre-series round A, so that we expand our services and also user base with the spend of marketing and technology and importing talents for it. So that is our main whole agenda. Why we are socially impacted and socially helpful is the reason we are bridging the gap on the language. People, if they do not understand all the languages, still they can use Elements and connect to each other, understand. We have been applauded by many people. In fact, Communicate magazine in UK printed us for a whole 1 month in their middle page. The reason why? Because they told us that the doctors over there are using our application to understand the patients well, and if they understand the patients well, they're able to solve their problem faster. Whereas BuzzFeeds, etc. have been.
I think it's...
Right. Thank you very much for listening to Elymentz, and I am here to, if you have any question to answer.
Introducing Elymentz.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we can applause and
with
listen
message
to...
translation,
Finally
location
working
services, and tons of messaging and call features. Think of it as your digital messaging passport, whether you're at home, traveling, or abroad. Check out what Elymentz can do. Receive and send messages in your own language with selective in-app translation, and you can still see messages in their original language. Elymentz offers free user-to-user calls using Wi-Fi, 3G, or 4G for free, and lowest rates for calls outside the app with Elymentz VoIP and direct inward dialer service. You can have your calls forwarded for cheaper with direct inward dialer numbers. With DID Call Forward feature, you do not need to have any 3G Wi-Fi connectivity. Schedule one-to-one or group calls. Elymentz will dial at the time and date you pick. Send video and voice messages to one person or a group. Block calls or messages for a specified time or forever. Send custom Els actors. They're more fun and expressive than emoticons. Where are you at? Find out with Elymentz location services. When you're traveling or in an unfamiliar place, you'll always know your address, so you can hail a cab or find your way. Whether home or abroad, Elymentz is your digital voice and messaging passport. Get started today. Download Elymentz. Elymentz,
Yeah.
message translation, free and competitive rate calls, chat and scheduled or conference call, location services, all in one app. The world in your pocket.
Wow.